What to photograph in March 2024. Hello, PhotoPills, Rafael the Bar here. In March, we have quite a few cool photo opportunities. Starting with the Comet C 2021 S3 PANSTARRS, reaching its brightest. Then of course we have the Milky Way and the Galactic Center, the Zodiacal Light visible from both hemispheres, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, the Equinox of March, the first spring day in the northern hemisphere and the first autumn day in the southern hemisphere. Also, we'll have Mercury at its greatest eastern elongation, which is one of the best times to view and photograph the planet. And in March, there will be a Penumbral Lunar Eclipse. This occurs when the moon completely enters the weakest shadow of Earth, called the penumbra. Of course, we'll have a full moon on the same date as the Penumbral Lunar Eclipse, the Aurora, and 3 conjunctions of the moon with Mars, Venus, and Jupiter. And as always, don't forget those 4 opportunities that are always there waiting for you. I'm talking about sunrise, sunsets, golden hour, blue hour, and star trails. Also, as always, at the end of this video, I'm gonna share with you 3 of those photos that you guys have submitted to the PhotoPills Awards and that we featured in February. Imagination fly, decide what you want to photograph and go to PhotoPills and plan your shot. This way you'll be able to go and capture it. Okay, let's get started. Let's see some of the best photo opportunities that can be captured in March 2024. Let's go! On March 1st, the Comet C 2021 S3 PANSTARRS reaches its brightest, and with an expected magnitude of 8.7, the comet is not expected to be visible to the naked eye, but it might be visible using binoculars. How to locate the comet? Let me show you how to use PhotoPills to locate the comet. We'll use the 2 coordinates that locate the comet, the right ascension and the declination. So according to my research, the right ascension is 18 hours, 11 minutes and 50 seconds. The declination is 5 degrees and 11 seconds south. Then explain, go to PhotoPills, place the repeat next to a subject you like, and tap on the night AR. And now, here, let's look for the coordinates. We said 18 hours, 11 minutes, 50 seconds. Here we have 18 hours. This is the celestial equator, and the right ascension is measured along the celestial equator. So this is 18 hours, this is 20 hours, so 18 hours, 11 minutes, and 50 seconds should be right here, very close to the 18 hours. And then the declination is measured towards the Polaris or toward the south celestial pole. In this case, it's 5 minutes, 11 seconds south, so towards the south celestial pole, and this line here is 10 degrees, so 5 degrees should be right in the middle. So the comet at this time, which I set on the night of March 1st to March 2nd, the comet should be over there, right above the horizon. And here we have the Milky Way, and unfortunately here we have the moon, so the moon will be pretty problematic for the comet this time. And you can change the time by swiping the screen, and you see how the position of the comet evolves throughout the night, right? So you can miss it. Now you understand so important thing, and not many people understand how to read the right ascension and the declination. And now you know how to do it, so you can locate any celestial body you want using the night AR. Cool. The new moon is on March 10th, and March is the kickoff of the so-called Milky Way and Galactic Center season. This is when you can photograph both the Milky Way and the Galactic Center. In the northern hemisphere, I have the European in Menorca, it's a great time to photograph the Milky Way when it's very low above the sky, above the horizon. It's low above the horizon. It's great for panoramas of the Milky Way above interesting subjects or also cool diagonals of the Milky Way. Actually, you can visualize the position of the Milky Way by looking on the icon on the top panel above the map, and also just tapping on the night AR and visualizing where the Milky Way is going to be. This is the arch of the Milky Way going up. This is the core, the galactic center of the Milky Way going down towards the horizon. So check how low it is, the Milky Way in the sky. Very cool. Let's go to the southern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, I'll go to, for example, New Zealand. Well, and in New Zealand, let's check what's happening here. Well, New Zealand, you can get the Milky Way completely vertical. Notice the top panel, the icon of the Milky Way on the top panel is pretty vertical. And also notice that the arch goes above the red pin. This means that the Milky Way is completely vertical. Also, you can tap on the night AR, of course, and you can visualize how vertical it is. The Milky Way, and the core is about to hike about under the horizon. So, southern hemisphere, great for panoramas of the, not panoramas of the Milky Way, vertical Milky Ways in March 2024. So the beginning of the Milky Way season, great panoramas in the southeast directions. Actually, east, northeast, and southeast directions. Very cool. By the way, if you wish to learn how to plan your Milky Way shots, watch this video. In March, around the ring moon is a great time to photograph the Zodiacal Light. And guys, if you have never photographed the Zodiacal Light, I invite you to go and capture it. It's an amazing phenomenon. The Zodiacal Light is the reflection produced by the scattering of sunlight due to the particles traveling along the entire solar system. And if you want to plan your Zodiacal Light shots, you need to know that in the northern hemisphere, at this time of the year, the Zodiacal Light is visible in the sunset direction, the thick orange line you see on the map in the west, right after the astronomical twilight ends, when the nighttime begins. On the contrary, on the southern hemisphere, the Zodiacal Light is in the direction of the sunrise direction, the thick yellow line you see on the map, and is visible before the astronomical twilight begins in the morning, so at nighttime just before the astronomical twilight begins. So knowing where the sun is rising or setting, you can easily plan your Zodiacal Light shots, so give it a try. Also, if you wish to learn how to photograph the Zodiacal Light, watch this video. The March equinox is on March the 20th. Here you have it in the seasonal stop in the sun pill, in the pills menu. And the equinox is a quite magic day. It's the moment the sun crosses the celestial equator from south to north. It is the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere and the beginning of fall in the southern hemisphere. And around March equinox is a great time to photograph the Zodiacal Light and also the aurora. On March 24, Mercury will be at its greatest eastern elongation, which means that the planet will be further away from the sun, giving us great conditions to view it and photograph it. Mercury will shine in the early evening sky with a magnitude of minus 0.3, which means that it will be visible to the tide. At sunset, you'll find it low in the sky next to the sunset direction, the thick orange line you see on the map. On March 24 or 25, depending on your time zone, you'll enjoy the full moon, and also, depending on where you are on Earth, you also enjoy a Penumbral Lunar Eclipse. This is when the penumbral shadow of Earth, its weakest shadow, falls on the moon, causing a subtle darkening of the moon's surface. So where is the eclipse visible and when? Okay, let's figure out with the planet PhotoPills, and here I've enabled the eclipse on the map, so I have the areas where the moon will be visible at moonset. Also on the top panel you have the times each phase of the eclipse occurs. For example, in Minorca, the eclipse occurs right at moonset, so you only see part of the eclipse. Then you have the areas where the eclipse is visible, here in the United States, for example. Okay, perfect, you have all the pieces of the eclipse here. See how the phases change on the top panel. The pitch of the eclipse was on the top panel as I move the time, and on the map you have the position of the moon at all time with this line that moves when I change the time. So you want to plan your shot, here you have everything, where the moon is going to be and at what time. Awesome. So the eclipse will be visible in the Americas, in Europe, what else? At moonrise in Oceania, in China, Russia, part of Russia, and not visible here in the middle, in Asia and part of Africa. Also, on the same day, we have a full moon, and you know that photographing the moon is always super fun. So based on your moonrise and moonset directions, plan your shots. For example, I've planned this shot here in February, which is a pretty cool one. I'll show it to you in a minute. And for the wrapping position on March 25th, 2024 at 7:32 p.m., I'll wrap the full moon aligned with the top of the lighthouse here in February. You see on the top panel how big the moon is going to be in brackets. The size is 7.9 meters, and the size of the moon is represented also on the map. Very cool. So know how big is the moon versus your subject, which is all I need. And also, moon height 27.9 meters on top. This is the height of the center of the moon, which is about the same size, the same height as the lighthouse, around 28 meters. So this way the moon will be centered with the top of the lighthouse, like this amazing shot captured by Germán Marquez, the super developer of PhotoPills. Well, I can say now super developer because we have many super developers now in PhotoPills, but the founder of PhotoPills, co-founder of PhotoPills. I think that was the last shot he got when he started PhotoPills, and only coding all the time, and now managing a team too. So, well, tough life. Okay, and if you wish to learn how to plan your moon shots, like the one I just planned here, watch this video. As you probably know, the sun has entered the period of solar maximum, which means that it's more likely that we can enjoy the Aurora Borealis and Australis. And solar maximum occurs every 11 years on average. So we need to take advantage of it, and this is the reason we've planned. And we put together so many adventures to photograph the Aurora Borealis in Lofoten, and in March I'm so happy, in Iceland, the north side of Iceland, to try to photograph the Aurora, which I can't wait. So guys, you used to photograph the Aurora in the Northern Hemisphere, to go north, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, Greenland, Canada. Because in March you have great chances of photographing the Aurora. Actually, usually the Aurora is seen and photographed from September, it's in September till April, more or less. And yes, if you're lucky long, you can even photograph the northern lights with the Milky Way, like June you did in this shot. So when you should photograph the Aurora? Well, you should photograph it when the sky is clear and the Aurora is dancing in the sky. And in any moon phase, actually, you can photograph it around new moon, if you have moon, but if you have moon above the horizon, you can use the moonlight to link the foreground and capture in one single exposure both the foreground and the Aurora, which is pretty cool too. If you wish to learn everything you need to plan and shoot the Aurora, please watch this amazing masterclass by the great Rachel John Ross. Okay, in March there will be 3 moon planet conjunctions. On March 8th, both Mars and Venus will be in conjunction with the moon. The moon will be very thin with only a phase of 4.5%. And on March 14th, Jupiter will be in conjunction with the moon, and the moon phase will be around 18%. On both hemispheres, of course, you'll find the conjunctions where the moon is. So all you need to follow is this moon line that moves, that shows the position of the moon on the map to know where the moon is going to be. So, and there we'll have the planets too. Easy to plan, impossible. Okay, and now let's see 3 of the best shots that you submitted to the PhotoPills Awards and that we featured in February 2024. Let's go. The first one is fantastic photo of the Milky Way and 2 car trails in the Gardena Pass in the Italian Dolomites. Photo by Roberto Bellini. The second one is a spectacular crescent moon over one of the most spectacular laser show performed in Burj Khalifa, Dubai. Photo taken by Rami Debo. And the third one is a beautiful photo of the sun setting behind the lighthouse of Punta Sotel in the island of Pavingana in Italy. Photo taken by the great Francesco Gola. I love you, Francesco. Amazing photo, guys. Amazing photo. Now you used to learn how to plan and photograph each one of the events I shared in this video. I invite you to download and study well our super detailed photography guides. I'm going to leave a link to the guides in the description of this video in the first comment below. Download them. And as always, if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, and see you next Wednesday in another video. Remember that you have the power to imagine, plan, and shoot. Legendary photos. Bye.